Here we go.
Good.
Here we go, boys.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, hello and welcome to Club Prairie Fire, the home of tequila, Tabasco, and the Duckworth-Lewis system. Hey, you can feel the energy in the room because guess what? We are all together at last.
Your beauty.
All four of us. We are here in Sydney. I'm the Professor, and welcome, I guess, to the second edition of Club Prairie Fire in the one room. Is that the best way to describe it?
Series 7.
Series 7, episode 1.
The first edition of us, all four of us being in the one room.
You forgot to mention Stern.
Stern.
I do this every time, don't I?
Stern.
Is Stoney still with us?
Yep.
Is
Well,
he?
he's just taken over from the retirees, Duckworth.
So they're still with us as well?
Yeah, yep.
Who is
Good on
Sterney?
He's the new guy they brought on.
Who is he?
because he's just a mathematician.
Right, okay. A geek.
Yeah.
A boffin.
He is a boffin. Not a bad gig to
Hey,
get.
nice little ornament. Here, like little succulent there on the table.
We couldn't afford a cactus,
Right.
so that's.
But it
his
looks
club.
nicely perched up against a tequila bottle there.
It's not
Can I
bad.
just bring something to all our attention?
Yeah,
These
sure.
lovely gloves here. Whoever Hugo Hawkins is, some young chap, we've nicked his gloves. Because his name and number is on his little
Should
finger.
we give him a call?
No, and the number is 0404 810.
I'll give him a
The
buzz.
story behind those,
So-
Vaughany.
If you want to ring Hugo and say that the Club Prairie Fire podcast has your gloves,
Well,
we
04.
we'll give them. Well, you can have them back.
Well,
But they're here.
The story behind that is my brother, who was doing a bit of coaching, he told me, showed up at my house with a cricket kit and said, "Oh, here's your son can have this."
Gilly, you ringing him?
Yeah.
And
Go on, ring him.
and then all the kit had some other kid's name on it. So I don't know.
This is good. Gilly's ringing him. Imagine this getting a call from Gilly.
This is good.
Hugo, he's not at school, is he? School
Gilly says-
finished.
School's finished here. It should
Okay.
be
In
here
case
soon.
you're listening on the podcast, we have dressed up the set.
Yes.
For those of you wondering, and I mean, cricket paraphernalia everywhere, including gloves.
Oh, we've got a bite. Oh, hello. I was wondering if I could speak to Hugo, please. It's Adam Gilchrist. No. It is. My name's Adam Gilchrist. I'm not being silly. I'm not pretending. It's just about a pair of. I suspect he might have a missing pair of batting gloves from his cricket days. How old's Hugo? Out of interest. 16. Perfect. These
I
would be a
don't
bit
think
small
they're
for Hugo now, I
yeah.
reckon. But no, I've found a pair of batting gloves, and I think that it'd be nice if they were returned to Hugo, and his name and number were written on here. Yeah. I think it's Mum is going to get Hugo.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
fantastic!
Mum. What was your
Hey,
name?
why don't
sorry?
Hey, Gilly, if you pop that on speaker, we'll be
Renee,
able,
was
if you
it?
pop it on speaker,
Oh,
we'll
hang
be
on,
able,
here, we
and
can
maybe you
go
might
on
just need,
speaker.
I think
I've got to warn you, Renee. We're recording a podcast, and this is real. But bear with me 1 second.
I think you've also now just
Are
covered
you there,
us.
Renee?
Yes.
There we go. I probably should have had it on speaker the whole time.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine.
Put you on speaker too.
Yeah, I'm sitting alongside a few gentlemen who we do a podcast. One of them is a former England captain, Mr. Michael Vaughan.
Renee, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Are you having a good morning?
I am, thank you.
Are you based in Sydney?
Yes.
What's happened to your weather? I'm actually doing the Sydney Harbour Bridge walk today.
Oh, well done.
What do you think? Do you think it's advisable in the wet?
Oh, look, I would say definitely not.
Definitely not.
Madman.
Now, is Hugo there? We've got these lovely pair of Kookaburra gloves.
Okay, hang on a minute. I'll just get him.
All right. What about
This
Hugo's
is-
16?
16. Are
They'd
they
be a bit
size
small for him
16?
now.
Hugo's crawling out of bed. He's like, what the?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What are you really going? It's pouring rain,
Yeah, I'm
sideways
up there.
rain,
Yeah,
like windy,
yeah,
stormy, and you're going up the Harbour Bridge.
yeah. My body's absolutely knackered, so I feel the best thing for the body would be to go up the bridge.
Have you done the bridge climb before?
Here he is.
Hugo!
Hello.
Hugo, how are you? It's Michael Vaughan and Adam Gilchrist on a podcast here.
How are you, buddy?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Excellent. We didn't wake you up, did we? It's early morning.
No.
Nah.
Hugo, do you remember? I mean, you're 16 now. Do you remember when you had a pair of Kookaburra batting gloves with the M400? I mean, that's the make.
Like
That's the kind of...
a yellowy, limey green with red colouring.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What happened to him?
Well, I'll tell you what happened to them, Hugo. They've ended up on our podcast set.
Got no idea how they ended up here, but we saw your name and number and we felt it only right that they went back to their original owner. So we thought we'd give you a call.
Oh, thank you. That's gold.
Are you still playing cricket, Hugo?
Not anymore, no.
All right, good chatting, mate. We'll see you later, buddy. No, just kidding.
But we will keep your gloves.
Mate, yeah. I think we'll return them too. We might even put a little autograph on there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And,
Thanks, Hugo. We'll get Gilly and
We'll
Vaughany
get
to
your
sign
address.
them.
I'll call you back later on and we'll get them back out to you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Hugo.
Cheers.
Good on you, mate. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, your mum.
To be honest, I'm nicking them.
See you later. We'll be in touch. There you go.
We'll get
Hugo.
you blokes to sign them. I've got a feeling he might live near me.
Does he?
Yeah, because I think my brother pinched a kit bag and gave it to me. He found a kit bag down near me.
None of this is in the rundown.
Oh, sorry. Well, let me get. Yeah, sorry. This is the hello and welcome. This is the intro.
Do you know what they say? But where did he steal the kit bag from?
He found a kit bag down in Curl in Sydney.
These kind of gloves, if you go to like most cricket clubs, just a bit of advice for people out there, and you go into the dressing rooms with the kind of old wooden floors, and they always have like benches, and you open up the kind of bag,
yeah.
you'll find loads of these in there.
Yeah.
And the old boxes, the pink boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the holes in.
So you think
You
my
always
brother's-
find there's always a pink box in the dressing room.
He's just pinched them from a dressing room. All right, hey, I have written an intro here, guys. If you bear with me, but it's actually quite fitting. Lots to talk about in today's show. Two former cricketers that call this show home, predicting an easy Aussie win on day 4 of the first test. So well done, gents. You both said that. Also, England. They finally got a white ball win with the last ball victory over the West Indies.
That's good for the game, mate.
Oh, it is.
It is.
We've got a current update there.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to get a second one because with 4 balls to go, they are 255 for 3 in the next.
Okay, we'll get into that. Keep an eye on
I
that.
think you'll find England are back.
All right, we'll get into that, Vaughany. India, they pumped South Africa in the first of the 3 ODI matches, but it looks like South Africa have returned serve overnight. They pumped them in the second one. And the IPL auction, lots to chat about there. Few very interesting people went unsold, including Phil Salt, who is currently on what?
He's just got out, so maybe that's why he didn't get sold. But he did get a back-to-back 119 clean bowled by Dre Russell.
Now, this is the bit that's fitting. That might be in my rundown, but if history is ever anything to go by, the bulk of the discussion will centre around Shade's Wine Bar in Scarborough and Ollie's misadventures on Raya. So
Something to look forward to.
Let's start with the most important.
I wanna-
How's Raya going? Anything?
No, not many. But in big moves, I've gone the other side of the bridge, which I've never
I
done.
thought you were going to say I've gone the other side.
just leave it at that. That's fine. We don't judge anything. It's a safe space here.
My preferences are both. No, I think Bondi could be the start of something pretty big and new, which I've never done. The radius, everything, it plays into my area, I think. So yeah,
Wow.
I must admit, I walked from Coogee to Bondi, and there's some good fruit for you there.
perfect. I love fruit.
Hey,
Love
but
it.
just quickly back to the Raya. I noticed midweek, Tanasi Kokonakis, good-looking rooster, part of the double K
Oh,
package that won the
yeah.
Australian Open. Obviously,
Special
Kyrgios's
Ks,
mate.
yeah.
I did see that.
Very handsome chap. He's now single and announced he's back on the platform.
Oh,
So you are royally stuffed, Ollie.
There you go.
Like,
Yeah.
if he's lurking,
No, that is a blow. I don't know if he's in Sydney.
He's in Bondi.
I think he's Bondi.
What street are you in?
he bought an
Oh no.
apartment block.
Well, he wins. That's fine.
He might be your landlord. I think he owns
actually
you.
could
But you
well
can
be.
on Ray. You can kind of get your branch a bit wider, can't you? Can't you go?
You saying I need to go down to Wollongong 50k? Just really
Why don't you just put Australia? Spread it out.
perfect. Done.
Sorry, we're
No,
jumping
you
around.
go. But
You are going to climb the bridge today, Vaughany.
Climbing the
It
bridge.
is, time check, it's what, Wednesday? Wednesday morning, Sydney,
Yes.
8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm there
It
at 11.
is torrential rain,
Yep.
wind. Have you ever done this?
Look, I keep talking about getting 100 on a Tuesday night in Yorkshire. This is the equivalent.
It would be legendary.
Have you
Saturday.
climbed the bridge before?
Yes, I have actually. Yeah, I was 110 not out, 2003 against Gilly.
And then that night,
Yeah, day 3.
you went and did the sunset
Day
climb.
3. Yeah.
Were you still in your cricket kit?
No,
Were you still in your pads?
I had to get my overalls on. You get the old overalls on. Me and Trescothic. Me and Tres, don't know how many he got, not too many.
No, I caught him.
Yeah, did
I
you?
took a blinder to catch him.
Yeah, so
A
he wouldn't
rare
have got
day
too
on
many.
the
Yeah,
one.
not a bad day, that.
Yeah, right.
I remember that 100. I got my last 12 runs off the great Damien Martin.
Yeah, Marto was steaming.
Martin was
bowling.
steaming and bowling
Yeah.
quick.
You
With
were
Gilly stood
100
up to the stumps.
You went and climbed the bridge. in
Yeah, I
the
went
test.
up there, yeah. Yeah, went up there. Then I had a bottle of white.
Yeah, I've got the
And then-
scorecard here.
What'd you
Was
end
that
up?
110?
No, way more.
No, he got about 180 in the game.
No, that was
but-
the next day, but I was 100
at
and
the
something
close of
not
play,
out.
yeah, about 110. You're right. You got a duck in the first innings.
Yeah, I was on a pair.
Yeah.
And I should have been run out for a pair. I hit one straight to mid-off in the second innings, just said, yeah, I want to get off the pair. And I can't remember. It might have been Steve Waugh at mid-off. Missed the
him.
stumps.
Tresco, 22, clean bowled, Brett Lee.
Oh, so you didn't catch him.
No,
No.
different innings.
First
maybe.
innings.
First innings, you called him 19. And
Off Bickle.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Talking the wars.
Yes.
Looking
Hey.
forward to this.
Yes.
Should it
So
happen.
we've lined up another great guest today. You gents. Have you? Is he coming into the studio or is he?
Unfortunately not. We don't have that much of a budget to work with.
He's on his farm.
Yeah.
Does he live on a farm,
Yeah.
Junior?
Up Central Coast.
With his horses?
Yeah. Donkey. He's got a
I
pet
think he's
donkey.
got a load
does
of
he?
birds.
A
He
bully?
was telling me the other day. Some black birds. I think parrots or something.
Yeah, right.
I think he's
Black cockatoos.
I think he's got black cockatoos, yeah.
We'll get into that's
I
exciting.
think he's got 10,000.
10,000
I
black.
think
They
he has,
hid or
yeah.
they just
He was
actually
telling...
wild?
No, he was telling... I'll tell you how I know that, because every morning in Perth we went on a walk. And on the walk was Ravi Shastri, Wasim Akram, and I think there was a bit of a business deal going on. Apparently, cockapoos in Dubai are valuable.
Cockatoos.
Cockapoos. That's a
Cock-
dog.
I have one of those. I have a cockapoo. Rolly died. He's gone. So I haven't got a cockapoo anymore. Sorry, Rolly, he's gone. Lovely dog.
Did you name after Roller van der Merwe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
magic. He's got a
Yeah.
shit poo, hasn't he? Or
Yeah.
a poo shit, or whatever it was.
So the cockatoo, the cockatoos in Dubai are valuable.
Okay, so
And there's a bit of a business deal going on.
yeah, but I don't know whether you can just take them through the airport. I think you
Yeah,
have to hide them in
I've
wine
seen that on that
casks.
TV
Yeah,
show.
me too. Is that what he's getting into?
And particularly black ones.
Can we?
Black cockatoo.
Honestly, in Dubai,
want
just
them in
Google
UAE.
it. You can Google it all.
Can we?
on it.
We've got these. If you're listening to this podcast, go on the YouTube and have a look because we do have these images of these walks, which I wanted to talk to you about. I've
Right.
never seen a more all-star cricket cast
Pretty cool, isn't it?
walking around Perth. The first one was you, Ravi,
Yep.
Wasim, and
Junior War.
So, who's organised that? Who's doing all the talking? Is Ravi just talking the whole time, or
No. So what happens? The first walk came about because we were drinking one night, as you do, and I think someone said, "Oh, it's probably worth us getting up," because we were getting up quite early because of the time difference, Sydney to Perth. I think it was Waz actually, because Wazzy's fit. Waz
he?
goes, he pumps iron in the gym, yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
touch, isn't he?
yeah. And then go on, let's go out walking. So we went out walking, and within 2 minutes, Wazim's off. He goes. He's like the pace setter. He goes. We try and catch up, and then he gets a bit bored, so he wants to chat. Ravi tells us all about his hundreds and double hundreds that he scored, which is great. And then we kind of just walk around the loop, and then like 3/4 of the way back, Wazim suddenly goes. He runs off.
He goes again.
Runs off, sprints off. It's like he's got the ball reverse swinging. He goes, I'm having this. I'm finishing this off quickly. Yeah, so it was Wazim, really.
And all very civil. There's no like bringing up old Test matches from
Nah.
20 years
It's
ago.
a happy crew, the Fox Cricket.
Yeah.
No, there's
Good
nothing
team,
of that. Just a bit of a giggle. And the second one, you see that the chap in blue. So that's Laurie Colliver, the
Oh
statistician.
yeah, Laurie. Yeah,
Shadow.
the stats
From
man.
Fox. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Laurie joined us. He was a good member of the team. Made his debut.
Good around the paddle court, Loz, didn't he? Good touch.
Well, I'd debate that. I would debate.
There was
that.
a
What I love about that second day's photo, when the slightly enlarged group of Fox commentary team, that's the day after Ravi. We focused on him winning the player of the tournament from the World Championship of Cricket,
Yes.
as it was in 1985, and we showed footage of him receiving the gold Audi,
Oh wow.
like driving it around the outfield, all the Indian players sitting on top. It's hilarious footage if you get to see it. You should Google that on Have a look at that on the YouTube. But and he proudly said, yeah, and it was the first ever Audi in India. He took it back home. The government waived any excise on it, gave it no dramas, and he's still got the car, and he says proudly, to this day, I'm still an Audi ambassador. Next morning on the walk, he's wearing a Ferrari cap.
You got to love Rav.
Indian
I
cricket.
did like one of the first comments was, "Where's Ian Smith?"
Yeah.
Question mark. Were you getting Smithy out of bed?
Yeah, well, Smithy, that second one, the big loser came. Smithy was coming, but I just, I think he was in the gym. I think he was just doing other things.
He
I
was
don't
chasing
think
karaoke.
walking wasn't, his kind of workout that day on his rota for the week. Walking wasn't there. It was more a bit of a weight session.
Gotcha.
So he was in the gym.
All right.
Leg day.
Yeah, leg day.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chest day.
Now the other photographs that you guys sent through, which was great. I mean, you did some groundwork for Club Prairie Fire. Gilly.
yeah.
Couple of what are they? Unofficial ambassadors now.
Well, we've got a bit of competition on. Little did we know how far-reaching CPF is, and I can promise you it's alive and well as far as the current players.
CPF,
they're
I like
aware of
that.
it.
I like
Yeah,
that too. Yeah, I like
they
that.
are aware of it, and we've right from the very outset, and we're back from the Ashes. Travis Head was the clear target to be ambassador for El Shito with the Tash, and then he lost the Tash, and we know what happened. He lost runs, and now he's back in the runs. He's got the Tash. So I presented him with his cap, his Club Prairie Fire cap, and thought I'd get a nice little shot with him. It's deal done. It's a matter of just getting our party to talk to his party, get the contract signed. Promotional shot holding El Shito. Great shot.
Yeah, nice shot.
Nice
Yeah,
shot.
well
But
done, Gilly.
lurking in the sidelines, having just received his Man of the Match award, the Bison, Mitch Marsh, who is sporting a fantastic Tash as well.
Oh, yeah,
It's not
look at
quite as pronounced and strong as Headies. It's not quite as Mexican in its flavour, but he's well and truly keen. He's very much.
So who are we leaning
Well,
towards?
I thought all I can do is do a photo shoot with him as well. So he's proudly holding a Club Prairie Fire cap and a bottle of El Shito. And I don't know.
So
I mean, we need to throw it out on socials, I think, and find
Yeah.
out who needs to be the ambassador.
So it's almost as like it's like the reverse of the IPL auction, isn't it? That they're going to have to bid.
Come
They're
to
gonna
us.
have to put money in.
They're
is what
going to
you're
have to
saying.
bid themselves.
Themselves.
Yeah.
Did you take 2 caps or did you take it off Travis? And
We haven't got that many cabs. Don't give too many away.
Well, I need to do a reload, actually. I'm
Yeah.
out. No, that's the same cap, actually.
I like what Big Mitch did with his Man of the Match medal.
Yeah, that
He
was
gave
a nice
it to
touch.
a young kid.
Just
I
went
like
and
that.
put it
Yeah,
around
lovely
the kid's
touch.
neck.
Was there when you were in commentary? Were you?
I did something similar to that in,
No, you go.
2006, 7 Ashes, when we won the Ashes, regained the Ashes in Perth. And we're out in the field and there was euphoria, everyone running around. And I walked over to a kid and gave him a pair of my keeping pads. And as I walked off, I looked back and he passed them on to someone else. He didn't want them.
Right.
He gave them away.
How many overs have you kept in? Were they sweaty? Were they?
might have been Hugo.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. Years ago, I was in London and the BAFTAs were on, and
What are they?
a mate,
Film, television.
yeah, a mate of mine, he won a BAFTA.
Who's your mate?
Yeah,
your mate?
I
Go
can't name him, but he pissed up at night. He said, "That's yours. Just have it. That's yours. Have it."
The trophy.
Yeah. I went, "Are you sure?" She said, "Honestly, I've got loads of kind of awards. Don't worry about that." So I took it back to my flat in London, and I thought, "Oh, how good's that? I've got a BAFTA on the shelf in the flat." At 12 o'clock the next day, the phone rang. It's him. He went, "Oh, mate, I think I was a bit pissed last night. Can I have the BAFTA back?" I went, "Do you think Mitch did that the next day to the little kid? He realised what he'd done."
We can only assume it's a big time actor. Let's take a guess here. I'm going to say
How long ago? While you were still playing?
Just after.
just
after.
after. Who was big?
So, we're saying around
British actor
late.
Christian Bale. No. Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry, close.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Right in if you think you know who the actor is.
Hugh Grant. Did he win a BAFTA?
That's a good shout.
Hugh Grant, now he's a character.
Well, he's
Huey
not happy
Grant.
with being in the Wonka movie. Have you seen that?
He's in the Wonka movie. My family went and saw that and told me that he was in there.
Well, he's come out and said it was I think he said it was the worst acting experience of his life, being an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, he's a bit tall to be an Oompa Loompa, I would have thought.
Do you know him?
I wouldn't say. Yeah. Played a bit of golf with you. Character.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Fantastic. Good insight. Now, we are at the time where we're getting Junior on. Just before we do, Australia won. How was it? Won by 360, day 4.
It was close. It was
It
close.
was
a good
It
test.
was an entertaining test by way of action,
I
wasn't
reckon Pakistan were in it for about 4 minutes.
Okay. Solid 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Which day?
it? After the toss. 4 minutes after the toss.
Walking
Yeah.
from the toss.
No, I reckon the first few. There was a ball that went off the outside edge, maybe in the first over or the third over, that went past third slip, and thought, well, they're just in it at that stage. And then Warner's decided to start to play like David Warner does when he's had a few headlines. And they were in it probably longer than 4 minutes, probably 14 minutes they were in it.
What'd you make of the pitch?
Good.
Yeah. It fell apart a bit quickly at the back end, didn't it?
Yeah,
Got a little bit.
But I don't mind a test wicket that just starts to deteriorate. But it is an interesting debate that the T20 game at Geelong got cancelled.
Yeah.
Because of a bit of uneven bounce.
Yeah.
And yet on day 3 and day 4 in Perth, the ball was flying, hitting quality players, world-class players, with the ball going down at 140. And no one even thinks to consider a cancellation.
They might have been listening to you, Vaughany, because you remember last week you were saying to Gilly, will they call it off? They can't call off Test match cricket.
Well, they don't, do they?
No.
And they shouldn't.
No.
Absolutely they shouldn't. But the debate is, should they have played that T20 game? Just get on with it. Tuesday night in Yorkshire, you get on with it.
Well, speaking of that, just before we get Junior on, I want to do one social here. Just a very quick update. 'Cause the praise, there's loads of praise, but there is a question for you, Gilly.
Right.
And they asked, would you like to know if Geelong is the Australian equivalent of Sheffield in England? Dodgy nightclubs, followed up by alley cats instead of the casino, then making 100 at Cardinia Park. What is the equivalent?
Yeah, good shout.
Cardinia Park. Haven't heard it called that for a little while. That's the Cattery. Yeah. Very similar, I would have thought. Yeah. And hence knuckle down, dig in. There was a Yorkshire boy that lost the opportunity of going to legendary status.
Do you think
Inglis.
he would have been sold in the IPL auction
Correct.
if he dug in?
Yeah.
at
Inglis.
Geelong?
Yeah.
Because he didn't get sold.
If he'd have shown his Yorkshire grit, got through that, got a nice 20 off 40 balls, he'd have been in that IPL auction. And not only in it, gone for a huge amount of money. By the way, on a Tuesday night after your 100 on a dodgy one, the Lead Mill in Sheffield, magnificent nightclub.
Is it?
Yeah, if you can get off the dance floor, staggering, because you generally get stuck to the dance floor.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Sticky wicket.
Yeah, you'd be wanting to wear a pair of your wheels like you've got on, Gilly, the old Gazelles.
Got the old Gazelles.
He's got the Gazelles on.
Very nice.
Faded. They started more like the colour of your wheels.
Yeah,
there,
they're
and now
good. They're proper
faded
retro,
away.
1980s styly.
Very good. All right, well, let's get our special guest on.
Yeah, let's.
Shall we?
He'll be panicking. He's not great with technology either, June. We're going to have to zoom him in or whatever we do.
All right, here he is. But Junior, I usually write a couple of lines just to bring our guests in, if you don't mind. And all I've written is, when it comes to stylish batsmen, there have been none better. A man whose majestic wrists were only outshone by his marvellous mullet. Please welcome Mark Waugh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hey,
Yeah.
June.
G'day, guys. Well, my mum and dad said if you can't be a player, at least look like a good player. So,
Well, you were both.
Yeah, had to have the collar.
Actually, I've got a photo. I'll put it. We'll put it up
Yep.
on our social of that very point you make about the mullet. 1989, I went on a scholarship to England. I did all my year 12 by correspondence from England, playing cricket over there, and that's when Junior was peeling. You were at Essex that year, weren't you? And
Yeah.
all I wanted, my whole focus was not to learn about cricket, not to get skilled up, not learn about living, was to grow a mullet like Junior had. Because my girlfriend at the time loved him and loved the mullet, so I was trying to replicate it. So I came home with a big mullet and about 15 extra kilos from eating so many kebabs late at night. But that girlfriend of mine at the time is now my wife and been married forever. So it was a bit nervous times when I was playing in the Australian team and Mel had come on tour and Junior was around.
So can I?
Anyway,
So your wife prefers Junior?
well, I've
she
never
did.
actually asked her since, but she certainly liked him at that time, 1989, when the Rolls Royce was peeling off hundreds with the collar up. Slightly high trousers. You wore your trousers a bit high, June.
Yeah, had the trousers up nice, and that's because of my dad. He wore high trousers, so not as high as Hussey, Hussey.
Oh, mate, he's all legs.
Geez, how high is his trolleys? But no, my mullet was at its best, I think, not in the late 80s, but in my Testaboo in Adelaide. I look back at that. I think that's when the mullet was as good as it ever was. Yeah. Nice depth of the, good depth there, good style,
good volume.
Good volume, yeah.
Is there any truth to the rumours you blokes, like that era, you're right, early 90s, you'd like have a day in the field or whatever and then shower and that, but not wash the hair because you just take the cap off so you had the crimp line across the top of the mullet, like, and then it just made it flare out a little bit more and then go out that night?
No truth to that one. No, I don't know where that one came from.
That's a good rumour. That's solid for the rumour.
You know, the cap line would go around the top of the mullet. The back of your head.
Did you used to put a bit of product on the mullet, June?
I don't reckon I did. I don't think product was around in those days. The only product that was around was Brill Cream, wasn't it?
Brill Cream.
In the 90s.
Dennis Compton.
Yeah, that was more for the slick back, not the mullet. I don't think the mullet needed any help. It just natural, I think. Yeah.
So, June, you're up home?
Yes, up home, the Central Coast.
I know you got a lot of animals up there. Vaughany's already mentioned the black cockatoos that are flying around.
10,000, haven't you, June?
You're going to start smuggling into the UAE, but we won't tell anyone about it.
Yeah, we've outed you there. Sorry, mate.
What about Bully? Can you get Bully in the background there or not?
Oh, you'll probably hear him, actually. He yaws a bit, so he's out just the back patio here. I've got some dogs over there. They'll probably bark shortly.
Tell the guys and our listener. I'd like to have an S on the end of that, but I don't think we have more than one. Tell them about Bully. Who's Bully?
Bully's he's a famous donkey. Kim, my wife, actually rescued him from a nearby farm. The mother rejected him, and the stupid clown who owned the farm was never around. So Kim saw that Bully was lying in the paddock by himself one day. He was only a month or two old, little fella. And so she just picked him up. We put him in the car and we drove him home, and that was it. We've looked after him since.
Never seen a more domesticated animal than Bully. Bully goes into the kitchen. There's footage of it. Helps itself to the cornettos out of the freezer. Just goes in.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
You weren't happy. He took your Magnum or something one day, didn't he?
Exactly. Well, he doesn't know whether he's a horse, a donkey, a dog, or a human, Bully. I think he's all four mixed up. So you might hear him. He does make a bit of noise, especially if the people running the farm here don't let him out of his yard, out of his paddock. He'll blow up, and then you'll hear him. So we might hear him. I could have brought him in if you give me a bit of notice. I
should have prepped up, shouldn't we?
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Hey, June, just on our walks in Perth, the morning walks with Ravi and Waz, just the cockatoos, the 10,000 that you have, the black ones. Ollie, our producer's done a little bit of research. How much are they worth?
Well, a lot. Which type of cockatoo? Because there's 5 black cockatoos: the Bodine, the Carnaby's, the red tail, the yellow tail, the glossy blacks.
Yeah, you weren't. I've got a lot of cockatoos, but most of them are white, Vaughany, not black. Is it the black ones?
I thought they were black.
They're endangered.
No, I didn't say I had 10,000 black ones. I said there's 10,000 cockatoos. The black ones are.
Can you not paint them?
I suppose you could, but no, they're very rare. That's why they're worth so much, Vaughany. So, and they're longer. They've got bigger wingspan and longer tails. I think the black cockatoos. Ollie, I don't know the exact
beautiful.
which one
the white
they
one's
are.
worth, Al? How much are we talking?
The white ones you find in every bin on every corner.
Oh, really?
You're not getting anything for a while.
So you've got no value in the bird at your place.
No, there's black ones, but they're not around too often. So.
Yeah, you can buy a cockatoo called Barry on Gumtree for $1,100. And his cage is only $200 more.
$1,100. We've got 10,000.
That's just one. That's his Barry. He's got.
What's the black cockatoos worth?
Over 10 grand. Some of them.
Jeez, I tell you what, I might get a net out and try and snare it.
Or the paints.
Get down to Barney's and get some spray paint.
That'll be a fine cotton ring in. Yeah. And they painted his legs.
How are we going to get them to the UAE?
Was that not the chat with Ravi? Does he not have a guy that can get them in? Or
Barry, I've got. No, we're obviously after a few sponsors. We might not need sponsors. Just keep selling a cockatoo. Cockatoo a week.
We're laughing.
We can get UAE. Think of the emotional sport animals of the falcons to the UAE. I think it's very similar.
Fill a plane with
1A.
black cockatoos.
1A.
Yeah.
This is...
Do you remember that, June, coming home from the 99 World Cup and there was a bloke sitting in the front with his falcon, his bird?
No, I don't. No,
Yeah.
no,
God.
no. I don't know. A good story, but no, I don't.
That was back in the
can't
days
believe
when
this-
you're allowed to celebrate World Cups. Hey, what do you think of the Perth test, mate?
Perth test. Mate, I was surprised it went 4 days. I've got to be honest. When I saw the Pakistan squad on the pitch, I thought, well, if Australia had bowled first, I think it would have only went 3 days.
Yeah.
But Australia are on a different level to most teams around the world. Probably only India level pegging, and then England will put them third because Vaughany's there. They're third, cab off the rank, and then it's a big gap to the rest. So I think it just shows you the difference in skill levels in the two teams. To be honest,
I think he means the third tier team, not.
Is
not
that what
ranked
you say?
third. You're saying,
Yeah, right.
like there's the tier 1 teams like Australia and India, and then a few
Relegation.
others, and then the third tier, developing nation.
Hey, June, Mohammed Hafeez, the Pakistan coach, did a presser after the game, and he's confident that Pakistan can win the series.
Well, I mean, what's he going to say? We're going to lose 4-0? Of course he's going to say that. It's like asking a teammate, what do you think of your teammate? I've never heard a teammate bag another teammate. It just doesn't happen. It's just, yeah. What do you expect him to say?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
it's not dissimilar to your wife saying to her, does my backside look big in this?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess then once you're retired, you bag your team.
I was
mate.
about
Yeah,
to say,
yeah.
I think we've seen it a bit.
There's a bloke that did that.
Well, that's allowable. That's all right.
Job.
Well, no, it was, did you read the fine print?
No.
It was 2 speaking gigs.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You got, I did the same thing, clicked on the headline.
Yeah.
If you read it, there was just 2 live speaking gigs. That
Yeah,
they
but
said, no, thanks.
Mr. Cricket, Michael Hussey, he took the jobs.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. I couldn't believe his luck.
Now, on Hafeez, you got an amazing photo with
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, I had a bit of banter with him in the was it the IPL? No, the World Cup.
World
the
Cup,
World Cup,
back and
yeah,
forth
the World
on
Cup.
Twitter.
He called Virat Kohli selfish on social media. So, it was when Virat was churning out his second, third, and fourth hundreds, I think. So I actually responded saying maybe Pakistan players need to be a bit more selfish when they bat rather than get bowled out cheaply. But he's a great character. Great character, Mohammed. Apparently, after every day's play, he keeps the players in the dressing room and he does a long speech. He keeps them in there for an hour.
Yeah.
I think he goes through every ball. I think he goes through everything they have for lunch, then every ball in the afternoon, what they have for tea, and then the final session. He likes chatting, does Mohammed. We're trying to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Not sure how you could talk for an hour about their performance in the second innings of the bat. That'd be a tough ask.
It was nasty conditions, though, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. I actually said they get 80. I was about 9 runs off, but we'll square it up.
At the start of that innings, he said they're all out 80 here, and they're all out 89.
Yeah, can't believe I got 89.
Junior, I've noticed with you that every answer you give is 80, because every time we ask you what did you score on that day, you go 80.
No, 80 odd.
80 odd.
Yeah.
And you Google it, and you Google it, and you got 71.
Yeah, everything's 80 odd with you, Jim.
Rounding.
I only rounded up 1 or 2 points. Like if it's 79, that's fair enough to say 80, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think there's any harm in that. But 71, no, you couldn't go to 80 with 71.
What about the story? He told a story about
Lismore.
playing against, where was it at?
Well, at Lismore.
That's right.
You guys were over at my joint for dinner and did the test, and Ravi said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Lismore." Ravi goes, "Lismore? I played in Lismore. Indian team went up there and juniors pipes and goes,
Oh,
yeah, I bowled fucking quick that game."
Yeah, he did. I got a fifer bowled quick. He got naught for.
Oh, did you look it up?
He said he got five.
we
We
went
got
to the
naught
Google.
for.
That's
No,
where
I did not say I got 5 for. I said I bowled quick.
Yeah.
I said I got 80 with the bat. And how many did I get?
79.
79. 79. I was one off. That was not too
the
bad.
5 for. That's when he then went on to the story at the MCG where he got man of the match and got 5 and got the gold goblets. So.
Well, it could have been when he visited Oaks Oval in 2011.
That's
he bowled to Ziggy Reynolds Erler, age 11, Keenan Wilkinson, age 9, and James Boland, age 12, during a kids' clinic. Could that have been the 5 for
Yeah.
Junior?
Remember
Yeah,
remember the Tui's Cup games where
Yeah, I do.
the
And
state
I actually
players,
remember
about half a dozen state players would go out to regional New South Wales,
Yeah.
3 on each team, and then the rest of the teams are made up by locals. And I was picked. This is not long after the 89 when I had said mullet in full plumage coming out the back. and full girth around my gut still
like
from
a
the kebabs.
like a black cockatoo.
Yeah, good wingspan, and it got washed out, and I was shattered. That was my opportunity
right.
to play alongside. And Junior was in my team, or I was in his team, and it got washed out at Oaks Oval.
Yeah, I go back to Oaks Oval when I was in primary school. We played a state primary school tournament in Lismore, and Oaks Oval. We played North Sydney in the final, and I got hit in the head. I got sconed with no lid on. Nearly got knocked out because it was quite a fast. It's quite a fast, bouncy pitch at Oaks Oval.
Yeah.
A guy called Guy Saunders. I remember him clear as day. He was really big. You get the odd big goober in the under 12s at primary school.
Yeah.
He was a real big goober, and he was. I thought he bowled about 140 Ks. It was probably about 110, but he hit me in the head. So that's my first.
What are you calling him? A goober?
A big
Big
goober.
goober. Just like a big
goober.
sort of
Big goober.
gangly.
All right.
Goober's
Yeah,
a
Guy
big goober.
Saunders.
Bit like your mate Vaughany that plays for Essex and
Oh,
the Heat.
Tall Paul.
Tall Paul.
Yeah,
I can't
he's
believe he
big
didn't
goober.
get picked up in the IPL.
Do we want to do that real quick? Do we want to just, while we got
IPL.
June on, chat some IPL?
Yeah, some big numbers last night.
Yeah,
June.
so why don't I run through a few?
Jeez.
Obviously, Mitchell Stark, 4.4 million, which I was sort of watching it live come through, and when Pat Cummins went, and it was the record-breaking 3.6 million, this is all Australian dollars for those of you that aren't in Australia, unheard of. Then old Starkey went and got him by 800 grand.
Yeah.
Steve Smith, unsold. Josh Hazelwood, unsold.
Yeah.
He can only play half the tournament, Josh Hazelwood.
Is that why it was?
Yeah. He's not available for the full tournament, so.
Got ya. Josh Inglis, unsold.
Adil Rashid,
Why is Hazelwood?
something to do. Is his wife expecting a child at that time? Something like that?
Not sure.
I know
how
it
would-
has something to do with something. He
How
might
would
not be
Steve
having a
Smith be
kid.
unsold?
I don't want to put it out there, but
what-
he's definitely not available for the full IPL.
Hang on, Junior, what did you say?
I said, how come Steve Smith would be unsold? Surely he's worth a few bob, isn't he?
You would think so.
Look at what he did for the Sixers last year. That was
Mate, I reckon he's in great form in T20s.
Yeah.
Phil Salt, back-to-back hundreds for England. He's just got a 48-ball
Yep.
100 unsold.
And what did Harry Brook go for? Because I don't know if you saw his final 7 balls.
Wow.
Yeah,
If you love
he
cricket,
won that game.
Go and watch.
Yeah, but if you see it, so Harry Brook last year went for a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
Sunrise is throwing back in the auction, and he's gone for
£380,000.
yeah,
so
compared to what he
750.
went for last year, which was well into the. He might have gone for over 2 million last year.
But he has just come out this week and said he wants to be England's only spinning option. So now they're buying all rounders.
He
came out this week in
isn't
test
gonna, he
matches.
isn't going to be a spinning option for England. I've seen him bowl spin. He can practice as much as he wants.
He doesn't bowl spin. He bowls off the foot wrong.
Well, yeah, he started to bowl a bit of tweakers, and he says he's going to be a frontline spinner. He's going to unveil his kind of spin in the 100 next year. That's when he's going to get out there and bowl a bit of spin. But I've seen it. Unless it drastically improves in the next few months, he'll get hammered.
Now, Gilly, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the only person that has gone through this process of being
In the auction.
in the auction.
Yeah, a couple
And
of times.
I've got a wonderful quote from you from 2008. You said,
Right.
there's a little element of feeling like a cow,
Yeah.
but it's interesting and unique.
Yeah.
Now, did you in 08, you went second to Dhoni? Is that right? Was he the top bid? And then you were... that year?
No, that was the first one, 2008. I think Roy was the highest paid overseas player. He went at about 1.5.
Yeah, right.
Do you get an idea of which teams are going to bid for you?
No.
So I asked that
Yeah,
question.
they might do that now.
Right,
maybe.
I asked that question because I don't know if you noticed. Pat Cummins goes for a huge amount of money, and I reckon it was 8 minutes later. Sunrise have got him on social media with Pat Cummins saying how great it is to join the Orange Army. 8 minutes later,
Yeah, and we do social media here. You can't turn it around.
Daniel
that fast.
Vittori's with the Sunrisers.
Yeah.
Daniel Vittori is
He's
with
assistant
Australia.
coach.
So
Yeah.
do you think
Yeah, I
something?
probably.
Yeah.
I think they're much better planned now and prepared. I mean, that first one was just, we had no idea what was going on. Really.
I liked Elisa Healy when Starkey went for all that that Quidditch. She just posted a video of herself just drinking a half a lager.
Should have been Grange. Should have been Grange, not half a lager.
Oh, well, okay, we're going to go on to Grange then, are we?
Hey, talking to Grange, Junior,
Yeah.
we had some nice Grange, didn't we, at the Gilchrists?
We did. Well, Gilly did say, go into the cellar and help you out, boys. Help yourself out. Don't be shy. So we weren't shy.
I tell you what, Big Loz Colliver, he doesn't need asking twice, does he, Big Lorry?
I said, go down to the cellar, get whatever you want. And June goes, Grange? And I went, mate, if you want Grange, that's fine. I said, I don't reckon that's the best bottle of wine in there. And he goes, what? Junior says, what do you reckon is the best one? I said, I prefer like a 707 Penfolds. That's really good. So we went down and got both.
And were they actually yours or were they Pontings?
No, punters have been cleaned out. They're at his house. But that's a good night.
You got a fair selection though, Gilly, to be fair. Like a lot of wine just sitting there getting wasted. So
well, they're to be drunk, aren't they?
Yeah, it would have been rude not to go for the top shelves. I got the Grange first of all. Then Laurie Colliver went down and got the Hill of Grace.
Yep.
And then I think it might have been Buzzard got the 707. So that was the order of play. Yeah. Yep.
And Gilly probably doesn't know this, but what we were doing, there's an app called Vivino. So Vivino, when the bottle came up, we were scanning a picture of the bottle to see how much it goes for.
I think Hill of Grace was number one actually, 600 and something.
And I'll get them up. I can get them up now because they stay on your.
So we did flick the Canunga Hill Penfolds. We
saw that. Just going around trying to find.
We want the most expensive. Yeah, we were playing a game. Yeah.
Did you scan the El Shito?
Here we go. The 707 Penfolds. It was coming in at £363. Now we go to
third, third.
Bugger.
Wait, we need to start selling these things, Gilly, with the black cockatoos.
Kept them out.
Yeah, we could sell some product here, can't we? Get rid of your birds, Junior.
Clean out Gilly's.
What's going on here?
Cellar. So how much do you think they cost you in the one night, Gilly?
Lots, it seems.
He played IPL. Yeah, he did play IPL. So
yeah, I did go.
Here we go. The Hill of Grace, £595.
Jesus.
That's
Are these gifts that you've been given for your accomplishments? Are a lot of them? They're not drinking like. You're not going to go down and go.
You didn't go down to Dan Murphy's and buy them, did you?
I'm going to have to now, aren't I? Because I've been bloody fleeced.
Amazing. Now we are running out of time, unfortunately.
I haven't really delved deep into the.
We have not done
of our guests and his cricketing analysis.
No, we've done
what
nothing.
About we were having a chuckle during you and I, and then this morning I was recounting it about. We often have a giggle because whenever Pakistan are playing any form of cricket, and Wasim Akram, the great king of swing, said it himself, didn't he, June? There's always a chance of a run out. And then that gets us onto the topic of run outs about the first time we opened the batting together for Australia.
Yeah. Well, there's always a Roy Orbison, as we call him, an RO, a run out. You burnt me big time, Gilly, in our first hit out together in ODI cricket. We did better in Test match cricket. You got 80, I got a ton, I think, against Pakistan. And that is, I didn't even round that one off.
There you go, 80 again.
No, I got 80. I got 81, and you got the 100. You did. That's legit.
You can't round 100 off, can you? I got 98. No, 100. Yeah. You can't do that. So, but yeah, no, you burnt me big time, Gilly. It was
we'll put this up on
Gilly like.
Yeah,
you'll get it up.
Just talk us through it, Junior. What was the scenario? Was it at the start of the innings or?
Well, it was relatively early, but Gilly was getting a bit frustrated. He just couldn't get the ball past the infield. They had Jonty Rhodes and Herschel Gibbs in the infield, so a couple of handy infielders, and he smoked one to backward point, and he's just called yes. And for all intents purposes, it looked like it got past Jonty, but it hadn't, and he called yes, so I responded to run. And then we met about halfway, didn't we?
Yeah.
We both met about halfway, and then all hell broke loose. It was just survival of the fittest. Just get as quick as you can to the end, the closest to you. And we both went the same end, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. Not the fittest, the quickest. It was a yes, no, oh shit, sorry. And then I decided I'm going to commit to the non-strikers end. And Junior tried to commit to the non-strikers. I was just a bit younger and quicker. Yeah,
I watched it this morning, so it looks like they're now racing each other because whoever gets further down the other end doesn't get out.
Try, June, did Gilly shout in?
Yeah, he should have. Yeah, but these things happen.
They do.
Well, I was involved in plenty of runouts, not as many as Inzamanal Hark or Ricky Ponting, but it's a bad feeling actually, isn't it? When you run your partner out.
Yeah, June, do you reckon you were an unlucky cricketer? Saw a couple of low balls the other day on TV.
Oh, who was that? Against the West Indies in Jamaica. I was on 69. I was going to say 70, but I might have been 67 actually. 67. This what was his name? Narromine Perry or something? Perry?
The off spinner.
His surname was?
Yeah.
Get it on YouTube or Google it. And I've just seen off Ambrose and Marshall and Walsh, and this bloke comes on. He bowls. It wasn't a half track. It was a bit fuller than that. It was probably it wasn't too full to cut, but it just went straight on the ground. It was the only ball in the whole game that did anything. It went straight on the ground, hit the base of off stump. So yes, Vaughany. And my answer is I was a bit unlucky on occasion, yeah. But this was real unlucky. Go and have a look at it. Very unlucky.
Very good. Now, June, what we do when we get our guests on, I mean, we could sit here and talk to June for the next 3 hours, but you've got a bridge to climb, mate.
Yeah, won't climb.
Just let's get what's going to happen in the next two.
Oh, you're good.
Next two test matches, June. Pakistan, are they going to put any kind of fight up?
I think they should bat a bit better in Sydney and Melbourne. You know, the pitch in Perth is a very difficult one for a subcontinent team to play on. So I think they'll improve. I think they'll be slightly harder to beat, but they don't have the firepower to beat us. How they're going to get 20 wickets, I do not know. So the answer is they'll play better, but they can't beat us. 4-0. End of story.
4-0. There's only 3 games.
3 test series.
Yeah.
That's a good effort.
Have a double dip out of him in Melbourne.
If you win by an innings.
Just remember, guys, he rounds up.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon we could have beat him again in Perth. We could have sent him in again. 470.
Poor old Mohammed Hafeez thinks they can win. And Junior, you think they're going to lose 4-0 in a 3-match series?
Now, June, what we like to do with our guests when they come on, Ollie writes a quiz.
Very good quizzes too.
Always very good. And it involves statistics around your career, Vaughany's career, and Gilly's career. Yeah, and you basically buzz in, give your answer. I do the score, and then there's normally a result.
We better rip in.
If in doubt, Junior, just say 80.
Yeah.
You should have warned me a bit. I would have done a bit of homework, you know?
Wow.
It's all right.
It probably won't help you. They're quite obscure questions.
Right.
But yeah, that's absolutely right. It's normally a game of higher or lower, essentially. So let's get into it. We'll start off with question number 1. Who had the most test match boundaries? Gilly, Vaughany, or Junior?
Junior.
Gilly.
Junior, you played 130 tests, didn't you?
128.
128?
No, I'm still going.
128 test matches, and yet
most of your runs were boundaries, Gilly. So I'm saying Gilly.
I'm going Junior. I mean, 128, a legend of the game, legend of New South Wales.
9,000
He's got
runs.
nothing named after him at the SCG.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a ballard.
Bollard.
What are they? Bollards?
Bollard?
Bollard, I think.
That's the thing that stops you driving.
That's what they have at the SCG, Junior, don't they? Have these bollards with people's names.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He hasn't even got one of them.
Yeah, I know.
Walk of Fame. Yeah. Anyway, what's the answer, please?
Just on that point,
Collingwood?
I think it is our responsibility on Club Prairie to start a
Campaign.
ME war.
Yes.
Whether it's statue, a bronze bust.
He's not going to get a statue.
Surely we can just, there's some stuff.
Some acknowledgement at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
But is there not some stuff that's got his brother's name on it that we could just go stick a
Yeah, we
masking
could-
tape over?
And given our listenership,
I'll
it
tell-
might be in India. Not
I'll tell you what I'll take to start as a car park spot somewhere.
Car park.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's the worst place to park. Yes. I'll take a car park. How's that?
All right, we'll start there.
Right,
Start
that's
with the
not
car
bad.
park.
I'm going
Yeah.
Gilly.
I'm going Junior. Most boundaries in
Okay.
Test cricket.
Junior, I'm going
out of
Junior,
us
yeah.
three.
We've got 764. 777
Hang on.
for those listening. 764 Gilly, 777 Vaughany, 885 Junior.
There you
As
go.
always.
Well done,
Absolutely
Junior.
I was just
right.
being modest.
Can you go through
I was
that
just being
again,
modest.
please?
No, don't go
Can
through
you go through that again?
That's Junior's correct. Don't worry about the other one.
Can
I
you
can
just
see
do-
your bloody mind ticking.
Yeah.
Did I hit more boundaries than Gilly in Test cricket?
Yes, you did. Just.
Mate,
Can you
played
believe
on the
it,
under 10
Junior?
Boundaries in England, though, all your career. The small boundaries in England.
That was your job.
Have you made that up, Ollie?
Ollie, have you done the old?
Oh no, they're the wrong way around. 764, 777. You're 13 more. You've got him by 13.
Yes.
777 Gilly.
Yeah.
One-eyed English stuff, mate. You
I
just
know.
gotta-
I just thought I'd get away with it.
Junior was what?
5.
Round that up.
Yeah.
1,000.
Oh, way ahead.
It's in the 80s. No, 890.
80, yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
Ollie look like Paul Collingwood, or is it just my eyes?
No, there's a bit of collie there for sure.
He's had a
Gully-
bit more success.
Collie responded to me on
Oh, did he?
He
About
sent
being
me a
on holidays?
message
Not with the family.
going, ease up. I'm actually on holidays.
Come on,
out."
I'm going to have breakfast, you
I
blokes.
told you.
Hurry up.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does look a bit
Hurry up.
like Collie. Good call.
Number 2, what is higher, Vaughany's test match batting average or Junior's test match bowling average?
Well, I reckon my bowling is 40 point something.
I'll go me then.
You've
given it away,
You've given it away.
I'm going Vaughany.
I guess that answers true. So you're going, Vaughany's going Vaughany, Gilly's going Vaughany.
What? Oh, I mean, he must average 41, did you, Vaughany? With the stick?
I don't know. I'm not too sure.
He's not. I reckon it's really close. Not much in this. Almost a dead heat, actually.
What,
see?
you're going to draw?
See?
You're going to draw?
I'll go. My bowling average is marginally higher than Vaughany's.
Your bowling average is 41.16. Vaughany's 41.44. Just Vaughany.
Vaughany's just ahead by
So,
0.3
yeah.
or something.
You're not even, 0.28. So 2-2 0. Yeah. Okay, now just for this is Gilly and Junior. What's higher, Junior's first class 50s or Gilly's test match innings? So Junior's first class
Junior.
50s,
Junior.
Gilly's test match innings.
That's 50. Well, I got 8100, so I would have got.
But
Don't give the
Just
answer
throw
away,
that in.
Junior.
I'll just throw that one in. So I've got-
Round it up to 90.
Junior.
hey, well, 8100s. We had Buffer on the other day. He was 83,
82.
82,
Yeah.
and we asked him how many of those hundreds did he score hungover, and he said 70. So, what about you, mate? Any of those 81 where you're a little bit shabby from the previous evening?
No, I don't reckon.
Essex,
Maybe
come on.
distract-
In your Essex
maybe-
days, June.
Maybe distracted from having a bet or something, or having
Yeah.
some horses. No, I wasn't a big drinker actually, Vaughany, when I was at Essex. More of a big drinker now, actually. So,
Oh, no, expensive drinker too, you wanker.
especially when there's Grange on offer.
Right, I'm going to go juniors 50s.
Juniors.
Yeah, I'll go me. I'm due to get
Junior
one,
had 133 first class 50s. Gilly had 137 test match innings. No one gets the points.
No, 1-0. 2-2-0. We're still rolling it.
Okay.
I haven't got one right yet.
No,
No.
you haven't. No. But we make up the scoring normally, so you'll be
Righto,
fine.
Colin.
Number 4, and this came up earlier. All 3 of you gentlemen have the privilege of getting a century and a duck in a test match. But who has done it the least times? So in the 2 innings,
In the
century-
honour of David Warner, who's just...
exactly right.
A century,
And
and then
duck.
followed it up with a globe in the
Not
next.
necessarily followed up. Can be the other way around. Can be
Okay.
opened up on a pair.
So the least times.
The least times.
I can't remember myself doing that, but obviously
So
I've done
I'll
it
go
once.
junior then.
The
You're
least
giving
amount
up
of
too
times.
much info, Junior.
Vaughany, you said you did in Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to think where
I
I did.
So junior,
I can't even
you don't remember doing it.
Not really, no.
So I'll go
No.
junior.
Least amount of times.
You're going. You're
I'm
gonna go junior.
You're going junior. The answer.
I'm going junior.
The answer is junior. He had it just once. You both did it twice. Junior against the West Indies in 91. 139 not out first innings. Duck second innings.
Where was that at?
That was at St John's.
Antigua.
Test number 1170.
I can't remember the duck. Sorry, I do not remember. How was that?
All right.
Where did we do that?
Where did I was looking at who got you in the second innings there. Here we go. You were
Winston-
bold. Golden Duck as well. Courtney Walsh LB
To junior.
to junior. Yeah.
I've got a few golden ducks actually. Very
Yeah.
good at that. Very good at that actually.
And
And you guys, we can have a look at your record.
I
So
think mine was India at Lords
correct. That's right.
and Sydney.
and Sydney.
And
Not in the first innings of both, yeah?
Yep, that's correct. And then Gilly 0 and 144 against Sri Lanka in Kandy in 04.
Candy, what a place, Candy.
I reckon I batted 3 in that
Up
second
the hill.
innings.
And the next one was Perth, duck in the first innings against England, then 102 not out.
I did. That Monty Panesar got me out. And I remember walking off saying, if I ever face him again,
I'm gonna
swing as
smash him.
hard as I can.
You get
Yeah.
caught short leg.
Yeah, little bat pad. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got 5 for on day 1 of
That's right.
Perth Test.
And Vaughany,
Shouldn't be
yours were 6 months apart. India 0 in the first innings, 100 exactly. And then
Monty
that. So there
Panesar.
you go. So points all round.
Monty
All round,
Panesar,
so-
he had a parrot called Gary.
Black
You're
cockatoo.
very good with people's pets.
All right, so
With birds, yeah.
Last question. It's 3-3-1.
Hang on,
So-
sorry, just I don't know, we don't want to stall it. But that 91 Antigua, 138 knot. So Courtney Walsh was obviously playing. Who was the rest of the lineup there?
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Big Kirtley would have been playing.
Winston Benjamin.
Winnie Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Oh, I played against
Maybe
him for
Kenny,
Leicester.
maybe Kenny Benjamin.
We had
Kenny Benjamin was my pro at Sheffield Collegiate in the Yorkshire League
Curtly
when I was
Ambrose.
15.
Curly Ambrose, Patrick Patterson, Courtney Walsh, Malcolm Marshall, Carl Hooper, and Viv Richards was the bowling attack.
Oh,
This is
Jeez,
West
that wasn't
Indian
bad.
prime.
Oh,
Yeah.
91, yeah.
What
That's right.
Dooley, Dooley, that's
what-
in the lineup.
Yeah.
Annual
Yeah.
strike rate was 74.
And what?
80.
80, sorry, 80.
80.
Strike rate. not out as well. The next high score was 81, Dean Jones, and 59. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Well played, June.
Jesus.
What was it like?
Those
What
are
was
nice.
it? What was it like facing Viv?
I reckon I got my 100 off Viv, actually, in that game. I think my 100 came up off Viv.
Did
a
you-
little paddle sweep.
When Viv came
I
on,
remember-
did you just think, like,
Oh,
great man, the
jeez.
king, but I'm going to have to pin the ears back here.
Yeah.
Pete
yeah,
Patterson's coming on
exactly.
with a new ball soon.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, for sure. I reckon I got my 100 off Viv.
Jeez,
He maybe
that's
felt
bold.
sorry.
Just a
probably or
geeky
something.
question there, June. Who was the worst to face?
As in what? Worst
Oh,
bowler?
that was
The hardest, the scariest. You know, the one that you go, oh no.
Scariest. Scariest. Well, I think Ambrose probably got me out the most times, but he bowled within himself most of the time. So scariest. Bloke from South Africa, Nancy Hayward. Geez, he was quick. Remember him?
Oh yeah.
Red-headed
Yeah.
customer.
He was
Yeah.
I
wild.
reckon he bounced Ricky Ponting out in the Boxing Day test, and I was next in. I thought, geez, if he's bounced punter out, I'm in real trouble. He was quick.
Yeah, he actually was unleashed on Yorkshire in a pre-season tour game at Port Elizabeth. This is a true story. Me and Martin Moxon went out to bat, and we'd been told that this kid Hayward's playing and he's pretty sharp. So Martin said to me, "Oh, you take the first cherry." I said, "No problem." And I think at the time I didn't have the Yorkshire Rose because I'd not got my first team cap, so I had a Bud, second team Bud, on my helmet. He bowled the first ball of the game. It hit me straight on the bud, straight on the bud, and
A bottle of bud.
it trickled back towards him, and I was still rattling. Oh, he was sharp.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was quick.
Right, so
Question
anyway,
5, here we go. We digress.
3-3-1. So
we're out.
ideally, you two pick something different.
Yeah.
It's Pakistan related because that's
Right.
exactly where we are. So, what is higher? Vaughany's test runs in Pakistan, Junior's top test score against Pakistan, or Gilly's test boundaries against Pakistan? So, Vaughany's test runs in Pakistan, Junior's top test score
Gilly
against
climbed
them,
Gilly
or
climbed
Gilly's
into
boundaries.
Pakistan, so he smashed them everywhere. What was Junior's?
His
His
top
highest score against Pakistan. So
I didn't play a lot in Pakistan, I don't think.
I'm going to go my boundaries.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gilly's boundaries.
No, you
can-
got
Oh,
to
no, hang
split,
on.
boys.
No, I'm going to go Junior's high score.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
See that?
He'll have got 80 odd.
Junior,
Okay,
what
I'll
are
stay
you,
with me.
What are you going? It doesn't really
Am
matter.
I
the
playing?
score.
Am I? I thought it was just those two.
Well, it is. but
Nah,
I thought
throw
we'd
an
give
answer
you
in.
an answer. I might give you 3
What
points.
what was Gilly's stat? What did you say about
Test
him?
boundaries against them.
Against Pakistan?
I can't have hit them for 100.
Well, I reckon I got 116 against Pakistan, so I'm going me.
So you're going
At
with
the
one.
Gabba.
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
in Pakistan, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay, 160.
So we've got. Vaughany got 82 runs in
Yeah.
Pakistan.
I had to play
Gilly,
two
Five
tests.
test
Gilly
tour?
got 77 test boundaries.
How many?
77 test boundaries
I
against
won.
them. So
Oh.
Vaughany gets
I
the
just
win.
answer the phone.
117 was the top score,
Yeah.
916
Yeah.
for.
He's answering his phone now, June.
He's just taking
Luckily-
a call.
Well, I'm Vaughany for winning the quiz, though.
This might be a black cockatoo
I'm on the-
sale. We
on
need
the
this.
podcast. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. See.
All right, very good.
Fantastic.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Vaughany, very good. Now, June, the last thing that we normally do is a toast, which we'll get Gilly to do very quickly here.
While you pause it, a question for the farm is: Does Junior have the goat that we've been looking for this whole time?
Oh, that's
Do you have a go? Yeah, good shout on it. Do you have a go?
No, I haven't got a goat. Have not got a goat, but I might get one. Yeah, they're good at getting rid of, stray weeds and shrubs,
Yeah.
and so forth.
Can we?
Yeah.
Can we
Haven't got one.
move a tad and maybe it's a donkey turd?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Bully's shits. Are they any good?
Bully's shits. For a trophy.
Thank you.
Well, they're quite small actually. Donkey nuggets.
Donkey nuggets. Is Bully available for ambassador roles?
Donkeys. There's a lot of donkeys in Mexico.
Yeah.
They paint
Yeah,
them
no,
to look like zebras.
Bully would not last over there.
No,
He wouldn't
okay.
last in Mexico.
Okay.
No, he's a bit too spoiled. Yeah, we couldn't send him there.
But so Junior, we've got a tequila brand coming out called El Shito.
Is this a joke or?
No, that's true. We've got the ingredients are as the title suggests. So we're just after an animal to produce some.
What you want me to bring some in?
If you don't mind,
Or take a photo? What do you want?
We could have El Shito by Bully.
By Bully.
just take him down to the MCG. You guys are on in Melbourne.
We are.
Yeah.
In a few days.
Oh, I imagine Bully at the MCG, he would be cause havoc. He's standing around
All right.
everywhere.
Now, Gilly, I have a stranded 3-year-old in the city who I need to
right,
go and
you gotta
pick up.
go.
I do.
You
So
do
if you
need to
don't
go.
mind, let's toast.
Here's to the Rolls Royce. 100 against that bowling line up in
Yeah.
Antigua.
Oh, yeah.
Junior, here's to you, mate. Cheers.
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 I got a water.
Well played. You can have a water.
I got
Cheers, Junior.
Pea fire.
Oh, God.
Just before we go, quick update on the
Right.
cricket.
Yeah.
West Indies are on track to do it. They're
You're
currently going
joking.
at 14 and over, and they only need to, but they are 5 down. But they're 106 for 5 off 7.
Where are they playing? Where are they playing?
They're in Taruba, which apparently in the opening comments were it's a slow deck.
It's against those weak pommies.
Yeah,
Tier
that's
3,
right.
but they are
Development
chasing
tour.
268 to win. So they're
England are back, Junior. They're back.
They're back.
Yep.
Made you pick a winner then, or what?
All right. Hey,
Hey,
thanks.
thanks,
I saw
June.
you.
Thanks, Jude.
Love you, mate.
Yeah.
See you.
Right.
Thank
See
you
in
so
Melbourne.
much. All right, that was Club Prairie Fire. Lovely to do all in studio together, guys. Gosh, it's
Good to
fun.
see you.
So much fun.
Good luck up there, Vaughany.
Yeah, thank you. I hope no one's watching from the bridge because I don't think you might have had any juice before you go up there.
You'll be right, mate. I gave you a little pour. And hey, and big shout out to Hugo. What a legend.
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him those
And
gloves. Maybe we'll get you guys to sign them, and
Will
then
do.
I'll drop them off. All right, you can follow us at Club Prairie Fire. There's an extra I in the Prairie, PRAIRIE. People have been asking me. There is this hidden I. Follow us, Twitter, Instagram, X, whatever you want to call it. We'll be back next week out of Melbourne. Not sure what's happening, but we will see you then, gents. Always a pleasure.
Adios.
Bye
Ta-ra.
bye.
ciao.